It was an epic day of Olympic sports on Sunday. Italy's Lamont Marcel Jacobs is now the new fastest man in the world, racing to gold in the 100-meter final, posting a time of 9.80 seconds. American Fred Curley taking silver 0.04 seconds behind, with Canada's Andre de Grassi securing bronze. And in the women's triple jump, Yulimar Rojas of Venezuela setting a world record with her final attempt today. Israel's Chana Minenko finishing sixth in that final. And in the high jump, jubilation for Qatar and Italy, with Mutaz Essa Barshim and Juan Marco Tamberi sharing the gold medal after nobody cleared 2.39 meters. They discussed it, but neither wanted a jump off, and now they'll share in the gold and in the glory. So for the latest reaction out of Japan, we now welcome Sarit Shenar, the CEO of Israel Gymnastics, the Federation. Thank you so much, Sarit. What a moment, a gold medal in one of the toughest disciplines in the Olympics. Talk us through that reaction there when Artem Dolgopyat made Olympic history for Israel today.
Thank you for having me. Yeah, this is a historical moment for us. We are very excited with this spectacular performance of a great athlete. No words to say how happy we are.
So when we look at that footage, Sarit, of Artem Dolgopyat on that mat there, of course, he immigrated to Israel from Ukraine at the age of 12. He was considered Israel's best hope for a gold medal at this year's Games. Share some insights for us about his career, the challenges he had to face to get to this historic moment.
Well, for everybody that knows Artem, he knows that his way wasn't always that easy. He suffered some major injuries, and he did quite a long way to get to where he is today. But all of us around him, and of course his great coach, Sergei Feisburg, always believed in his ability. He's one of the top floor exercise gymnasts in the world, and we know that in a good day, he really deserves the podium in every competition he competes.
And Sarit, of course, there's a huge focus right now about the mental aspects of competing, the pressure, especially after the recent withdrawal of Simone Biles. Talk to us about what goes on in a gymnast's mind as they walk onto the floor to execute a complicated routine. Describe the psychology or the mental stamina needed and the focus to get to this point and compete at this level.
Well, I just had a talk about it with Artem himself, and waiting 1 week before qualification and the final is not an easy thing for an athlete to do. But he's such a professional person. He did his best in the practices. He was ready for this final to happen, no matter what day he was called to perform. This is something that really is reserved to gymnasts or athletes that are really elite. He's coming from the first place in the qualification to perform his great show today. So really, this is something is very strong physically, mentality. This is part of anything you need as an athlete. So really big round of applause for him and his coach. This is something you do together.
And of course, one gets the magnitude of the sporting achievement, Sarit, with the president and the prime minister of the country calling to congratulate him. Does this motivate and spur on other athletes there to reach even greater heights, so to speak? What is the vibe like within the teams there from Israel?
Look, Artem is such a shy athlete. He doesn't make the medal just to speak to the prime minister. He makes the medal because he wants to do the best that he can. This is what motivated him as an athlete, as a great sportsman. He doesn't think about everything around him. And this is what really makes him able to cope with all the pressure around him. So, all these phone calls and everything after, he deals with it, but this is not the main thing that motivates him. He's such a great athlete, somebody to learn and look up to. Really, I enjoyed just being around him. He's amazing, and he deserves everything around him just now.
Well, I can assure you it's not just the presidents and prime ministers of this part of the world who are celebrating right now. He truly is an inspiration for so many people of all ages. Of course, also today, Israel's Chana Minenko finishing sixth in the final with a jump of 14.6 meters in her category. Of course, another great accomplishment for Israeli athletics, not to mention Israel's judo team winning a bronze medal. Talk to us about what sports fans should be looking out for. What should they be watching for in the coming days and weeks?
Well, you know, Olympics is a great celebration for sports all around the world, and of course in Israel. We are very happy with Artem's medal, and of course with the judo win yesterday, and with Avishag's medal in the beginning of the Olympics. And we're looking and supporting the baseball team for their win, and Chana's great performance in the final. Yeah. You know, this is what's so amazing about the Israeli people. We are such a small country, so every type of win is everybody's win. So we just like to support. We are congratulating everybody for their success, and we hope to make some more in the upcoming events.
And very briefly, Sarit, competing in the time of Corona, it isn't easy. Give us a sense of the kind of challenges, briefly, athletes and supporters are finding there right now.
You know, we face this. This is our reality at this, you know, at this moment. And of course, it was very, very sad to see the arena empty. You know, it could have been 12,000 seats, and I'm sure it would have been sold out. But this is our reality. We need to protect the athletes, and we need to protect the sport. So no matter what, I hope that next Olympic Games will be much, much better, that we will see full fans, right, and it will be Corona-free, that we celebrate sports and not the health.
Well, in the
situation.
meantime, enjoy the celebrations there on this day. Sarit Shinar, the CEO of Israel Gymnastics Federation, appreciate your time live.